Huge assets. Kate and William inherit $1.2 billion and get their dreamed gift from Charles and the Queen. Queen Elizabeth II had a net worth of US $442 million, the Sunday Times estimated back in 2016. That's vastly more than any other member of the royal family, including the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who have a shared fortune of around $30 million. Following the Queen's death, Prince Charles became King Charles and replaced his mother as the reigning monarch and owner of the Crown Estate. Every year, the royal family gets a state handout called the Sovereign Grant. It comes from the Treasury and is funded by taxpayers. The Queen received funding from the Sovereign Grant, an annual tax payment made to the British royal family. The Crown Estate, a collection of royal holdings, also brought in $28 billion annually, with the Queen receiving 25% of that sum, with the remaining 75% going to the British Treasury. The Queen's residence, Buckingham Palace, uses these funds for operations and maintenance costs, royal travel, and property maintenance. That money comes from the Duchy of Lancaster, a portfolio of land and other assets that's been in the royal family for hundreds of years. It contains $715 million worth of net assets and is made up of residential, commercial, and agricultural properties. King Charles, yet another suite of properties owned by the royal family, covered the expenses of Prince Charles and his heirs. That means Harry and Meghan, William and Kate, and their children were all covered by the Duchy of Cornwall, too. Charles paid them a combined $6.5 million in 2019. According to the Journal, while the fund paid Charles $28 million, its total value has been placed at around US $1.2 billion. Upon Charles' ascension to the throne, William will inherit the land and properties that form the Duchy of Cornwall, which is currently held by his father, the Duke of Cornwall. As per tradition, the portfolio of assets always goes to the monarch's eldest surviving son. When Prince Charles took over the running of the duchy 50 years ago, it was barely breaking even. Today, it's worth nearly $1 billion, generating a profit of $21 million. The funds support not only Charles' own household with Camilla, but also those of William and Catherine, Harry and Meghan, and the prince's grandchildren, as well as funding charitable work. Prince William has already been preparing himself for the day he steps into his father's shoes as the Duke of Cornwall. Speaking on the documentary Prince Charles Inside the Duchy of Cornwall, William said, "Well, rest assured, I'm not going to rock the boat. I'll do much the same as what my father's been doing." William and Kate work with many charities and have carved out specific niches. William in relation to supporting emergency responders and campaigning on men's mental health, for example, and Kate on early years development in children. However, neither has yet had the impact of the Duke of Edinburgh's award or the Prince's Trust. This could all change now that they have the financial resources of the Duchy of Cornwall at their disposal. Prince William and Kate Middleton will also inherit Windsor Castle when Prince Charles takes the throne. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge could take over Windsor Castle, which is around 1,000 years old and is the oldest and largest occupied castle in the world after Charles' departure from Buckingham Palace. Kate and William's London base is currently Kensington Palace, while they also have Amner Hall on the Sandringham estate in Norfolk given to them by the Queen. After Charles' move, Prince William and Kate will ultimately inherit the castle, but keep their domestic and work base at Kensington Palace in London.